Your name?
Yeah, good morning, ma'am. My name is Kundan Mansingh Rajput. We are basically from Maharashtra, but we living in Bangalore, and last 3 years we are in Navsari.
Okay. And what is the problem with your son?
Yeah, he's my son. He's my son Yathat. He's having Down syndrome by birth. He's because of his underweight and premature. This his defect is from the by birth only, and we are facing this issue by birth only. Last 14 years, he is having this issue.
And he is admitted in the school when?
In this school, he admitted 3 years before.
3 years before.
Before this, he was in Asha of Bangalore school, and last 3 years he is studying in here in this Mamta Mandir, and he is doing very well at currently.
He is happy?
Yeah, actually, he's very much happy. When we admitted him, maybe right after the corona, we are also not confident about the about the school or maybe performance, because in Bangalore the school has having little bit good quality as compared with the small cities. So we are thinking like that. But when we admitted here, so after seeing this ambience, after seeing this facility, first of all, it's a very good facility. If you see the ambience itself, it's a very good. We cannot say it is a small school or something like that. It is I think it is international. You can see the structures. It is a pyramid shape. It is also having some effect on our body. It's the ambience, all the greeneries, even the park, children playing area, this staying area, even classrooms. Classrooms are also very nice. It's well equipped. Whatever requirements are there, we saw it. Whenever I visited here, I every time find something different. The starting with the very good prayers, then very good musics. So the students like it is very much, because this type of kids likes music, because the music will work on their brain and it will definitely help.
It brings them closer to nature.
Yeah, it's a bring to the their brain will little bit actually lot starting. They clapping continuously. So as you know, by clapping also our brain waves will start.
Positive energy, yes.
Positive energy is generated actually in this, and it is very good actually.
Okay. So we are very happy with your son's progress.
Yes, last 3 years he is here. First year we are not happy, maybe because of corona. He is also not stable here. But slowly we consult with our staff members. First teacher was there. I think Falguni madam was there. Then after that this Rakesh Chauhan sir is there. So last 3 years I see there is a steady progress, but very nice progress. He is going in right direction. Now he can independently handle a computer. He can see the computer. He can tell us the names and all that boards. Whatever we are going outside, he's watching the boards and he's saying this board. He is able to read. He is able to read, and he will tell us also what is the story and all that. It's a very nice. Even for his mom, he's the helper. Okay, he's cooking very well. I will tell you, he's cooking a tea very nicely. Okay. You will tell the percentage of the sugar, milk, everything. He will be very nicely prepared. And I like tea made by him only. It's a very nice. And I will tell you, not a single time he is having a mistake in that also. Okay. That is also maybe he's getting the feedback from the school. He's caring about his small
younger brother.
Yes, brother. He's caring about his mom. Suppose he's crying sometime. He said, "Don't worry, I am there.
Oh,
I am there," like that.
Very good.
So he's having some social awareness also. Okay, so I'm very much happy with the school, the teaching staff, how they are teaching. I think it's going in right direction. We have to just speed up, and we are lucky that we came here in Navsari instead of Surat city. We came here and we got this school, and really we are happy.
Thank you so much.
Thanks
for talking to us, and God bless you, beta.
Thank you.
Namaskar, this is Sabasuma Ranjo welcoming you to the Samavesh podcast. For more details on what this podcast is about, please click on the link provided in the description of the video. We come to you on site today from the School for the Visually Impaired and Physically Handicapped Children, located at a village Shivarimal in the Dang district of Gujarat. This is one of the 4 institutions of Manav Kalyan Trust, a charitable trust which provides education, training, and rehabilitation to children with speech impairment, hearing impairment, sight impairment, and physical disability and intellectual disability. At Manav Kalyan Trust, these differently abled children are considered as the special children of God, gifted to the world to fulfill a greater purpose. Disability is viewed more seriously by the world than by the disabled themselves. And all stigma attached to disability is because normal beings are not able to accept disability in their brethren and accept them as their own. But whether it be academics or sports, craft or music, these special children of God have tremendous potential and capabilities hidden within themselves, waiting to be harnessed to make themselves sufficient human beings. At MKT, that is Manav Kalyan Trust, this becomes possible through a professional team of multidisciplinary professionals consisting of skilled teachers, caregivers, occupational therapists, speech and language therapists, who ensure that each child gets the attention that they need, their skills honed, nurtured, their talents recognized, and their accomplishments acknowledged. We have with us today our guest on the podcast, Mr. Jai Prakash Mehta, trustee of Manav Kalyan Trust. He took early exit from his banking role for social service, and since 2001, he has been associated with a number of philanthropic organizations. MKT is one of them. He is also associated with the Indian Red Cross Society and is also a trustee of the Shri Sayaji Vaibhav Library located at Navsari, which is acclaimed to be one of the best libraries in the state of Gujarat, from where the Vacho Gujarat campaign started. And welcome, Jai Prakash ji. And thank you for joining us at the Samavesh podcast.
Thank you very much. And it is our privilege to welcome Madam Tabassum ji. Most welcome in the district of Dang, a tribal district of Gujarat, and particularly in our school, being run for tribal VI, means vision impaired, and tribal orthopedically handicapped children. So we are running this institute through Manav Kalyan Trust, a trust established in the year 1970 by our founder was Mahesh Kothari, a known Gandhian, and he hailed from Gandhian family. His uncle, Manibhai Kothari, was not only Gandhian, he was very close to Gandhi. He was treasurer of the then Congress of Gandhi's era. And that is how Mahesh Bhai and his brother and his kith and kin, legacy of services came from them. Mahesh Bhai, as per his uncle's advice, he studied in Gujarat Vidyapith, being established by Gandhiji. Then, as per his advice, he joined Vinoba Bhave and did entire Bhudan Yatra with Vinoba Bhave. Then he was in politics too, but a happening made him think twice whether I am on the right path or not. His elder brother, he died suddenly and untimely. So I should do something for him. That was his vision. I should do something for my elder brother.
Yeah.
And at that time, there was no such school in Navsari. So he thought. The Swami he followed, he said, your idea is very good. But her mother told that you think twice. At present, you are not married. You will get married. You will be having your own children. Then the children you have brought, you have begged from their parents, such children, if they are left to someone else, so you will be incurring sin. And he decided not
yet.
to marry, not to marry. And he remained unmarried till death. So that was the dedication, that was the commitment of Mahesh Bhai. He started with a vision. He used to go to Japan as an emissary of Jawaharlal Nehru on every 6th August, being a peace day. So there he saw such schools and environment provided to such children. So that was in his vision. That was his dream. I should do do something like that. And our building is of pyramid shape. You must have seen that. It's a pyramid shape, flowing waters, birds, plantations. They will keep them happy. They will keep these children's develop fast. They will keep them very happy, and that is what my aim is, to keep them happy. My aim is they should mingle with normal students. They should mingle in the society. That is what is aimed.
They should integrate with the
society. There should not be disparity. That was his idea, and he was very empathetic. Empathy was samvedana. So he always thought that parents of these children, they do not sleep at night. What will be future of this
worrying about their children's future.
orthopedic or vision impaired child? And they kept him awake. So Mahesh Bhai thought that I should do something so they are relaxed. And so his aim was not to give education only, or not to train them only, to rehabilitate, to transform the liability society considers, to transfer the liability into assets. And he did exceedingly well, starting not only this hearing impaired school in 1971. It was a school for primary hearing impaired, primary education to be given to hearing impaired. But then he started high school too. He started Uchatar High School too, upper level.
Good afternoon. We come to you on location from the Manav Kalyan Trust. We are talking to Ms. Mausam Pandya, Trustee, Manav Kalyan Trust. Good afternoon, ma'am, and thank you for joining us today.
Very good afternoon to you, Tabassumji.
Ma'am, you've been trustee with Manav Kalyan Trust for how long?
It's been almost 5 years now.
5 years now?
Yes.
So ma'am, you've seen this organization from its inception time, and though you're not associated with it, you've seen your ancestors and forefathers working for this organization. How has it grown over the years? How was the beginning and what is it now?
So as you know, Manav Kalyan Trust is a charitable trust. It was founded by the visionary late Shri Mahesh Kothari in June 1970. It began with nothing but his deep-seated desire to help the differently abled children. And what began as a compassionate initiative with just 7 differently abled students receiving an education under the shade of a tree has gradually evolved into this beacon of hope today for countless students and their families. Our organization, as you know, is not just about running schools. It is about creating an environment where every child, regardless of their abilities, can learn, grow and thrive. Today, Manav Kalyan Trust stands proud with 5 exemplary institutions under its flagship: PS Kothari Multipurpose School, MS Kothari Multipurpose School for the visually impaired and speech impaired, Balaji Multipurpose School for the intellectually disabled, residential school at Shivarimal for the visually impaired and physically challenged, and our very own vocational training and rehabilitation center. Each of these institutions stands as a cornerstone of hope, inclusion and empowerment. Today, each campus is respectively equipped with state-of-the-art facilities like digital smart classrooms, braille library, STEM rooms, STEM labs, audio-visual rooms, audiology rooms, music room, physiotherapy center, and so many more. And over the last 50 years, we have received numerous prestigious awards like Best NGO of India for the year 2006 and 7, Rajiv Gandhi Manav Seva Award for the year 2008, Bhav Bhaveshwar National Award for the year 2009, and recently the 23rd Bhagwan Mahavir Award for the year 2021. So it's been an amazing journey.
I can see that, yes.
Yeah.
You're doing remarkable work, and you must have brought hopes and smiles to thousands of faces up to now. Children who have grown up as normal human beings and leading normal lives. We wish you all success. Do you have any future plans for enhancement of the facilities available at the institutions of Manav Kalyan Trust?
Right. So at Manav Kalyan Trust, we are not just building schools, we are building futures. We are trying to create a space where every child is celebrated, their differences are celebrated, they feel valued, their abilities are not defined by their limitations but by the potential that they have within themselves. And as we move forward, we are filled with a deep sense of pride and gratitude for the dedicated staff and teachers, for our community, for our supporters, for the donors that have supported us since our inception throughout this journey. It is about the collective spirit that drives us forward, the belief that every child deserves a chance to shine. Together, we are trying to create a community that is more inclusive, more just. Thank you.
Thank you for talking to us. You're doing remarkable work, and we wish you all success. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
So, hearing impaired students of our school gets admission into standard 1st and he reaches up to standard 12th.
In all the schools, in all the institutions.
Not in all the institutions. There are very few institutions of hearing impaired where up to 12th standard are there. Ours was the first to start high school. Means Manav Kalyan first started high school. Hearing impaired students were given education up to 7th only or up to 8th only. But we started. We are the first to start high school.
So you're pioneers in the field.
We are definitely we are pioneers. Means I am glad to, or I am pleased to say this. We are pioneers. We are pioneers in number of sectors.
मैडम, आपका नाम?
मेरा नाम ध्रुविता नायक है।
आप यहाँ सेकेंडरी स्कूल की प्रिंसिपल है मानव कल्याण ट्रस्ट की PS कोठारी डेफ स्कूल।
हाँ, मैं यहाँ सेकेंडरी एंड हायर सेकेंडरी जो सेक्शन है उसका नाम है MS कोठारी, जो हमारे फाउंडर ट्रस्टी है महेश भाई उनके नाम से रखा हुआ है। तो उनके अंदर पिछले 11 सालों से इंचार्ज आचार्य प्रिंसिपल की पोस्ट ऊपर काम कर रही हूँ।
एज प्रिंसिपल आपका रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटीज़ क्या क्या है मैडम?
मेरी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी मेरा जो स्कूल है सेकेंडरी हायर सेकेंडरी डिपार्टमेंट, उसका एडमिशन प्रोसीजर जो रहता है, उसका जो पूरी मेरी जो टीम है, मेरी टीम के अंदर हम मेरे साथ मेरे अलावा दूसरे 6 शिक्षक हैं। वो सबका एडमिशन, बच्चों का एडमिशन रहता है। वो जब वो शिक्षक होता है उसका जो पीरियड्स, उसका जो पूरा स्कूल का टाइम टेबल है वो, और हमारे जो इधर हॉस्टल स्कूल है तो हॉस्टल स्कूल्स का जो बच्चे जो इधर रहते हैं तो वो सब मेरे रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी के अंदर आता है।
उनका केयर टेकिंग जो भी
हाँ, उसका केयर टेकिंग
और उनका
एजुकेशन वो सब। इसके अलावा जो हमारी को करिकुलर एक्टिविटी होती है, फिर जो गवर्नमेंट डिपार्टमेंट के अंदर जो काम रहता है वो सब रहता है। जो 10वीं 12वीं के बच्चे होते हैं वो बोर्ड के एग्ज़ाम देते हैं, तो वो सब एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन का काम रहता है।
एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन का काम आपके अंडर आता है। और बच्चों के लिए मतलब आप रिहैबिलिटेशन सेंटर में, ट्रेनिंग सेंटर में किनको दाखिला देना है वो भी आप डिसाइड करते हैं?
रिहैबिलिटेशन सेंटर के अंदर तो हमारा ज़्यादातर बच्चे नहीं जाते हैं क्योंकि यहाँ 12th तक स्कूल रहता है। लेकिन जो कुछ बच्चे हैं कि जो वो पढ़ाई के अंदर इतना नहीं कर पाते हैं, तो उन कुछ बच्चों को हम, वो क्या होते हैं 1% जितने बच्चे होते हैं जो 9th में नहीं कर पाते हैं, तो उसको हम रिहेबिलिटेशन सेंटर के अंदर डाल देते हैं।
और स्किल डेवलपमेंट के लिए भी जो बच्चे जाते हैं उनके एडमिशन का भी आप देखते हैं?
हाँ, वो भी देखते हैं
कि जिन किसमें क्या टैलेंट है।
हाँ, उसके हिसाब से होता है।
और ये टीचर्स जो आपके अंडर है, इनको आप जब अपॉइंट करते हैं उनका कुछ एलिजिबिलिटी क्राइटेरिया है?
हाँ, वो जो हमारे टीचर्स रहते हैं पहले तो उसका वो ग्रेजुएट है कि नहीं वो देखते हैं। कोई भी स्ट्रीम, अगर हमें कौन से सब्जेक्ट के लिए टीचर लेना है, तो अगर हमें इंग्लिश सब्जेक्ट के लिए टीचर लेना है तो उन्होंने इंग्लिश के अंदर ग्रेजुएशन करना पड़ता है। अगर हायर सेकेंडरी के लिए लेना है तो उसको मास्टर भी किया होता है कि नहीं, वो देखना पड़ता है। उसके बाद जो हमारा सेक्शन है वो हियरिंग इम्पेयर्ड बच्चों का सेक्शन है, तो वो जो टीचर है उन्होंने उनके अंदर स्पेशल एजुकेशन में डिप्लोमा या स्पेशल बीएड किया होता है कि नहीं, वो देखना पड़ता है।
क्योंकि उसके साइन लैंग्वेज में कम्युनिकेट कर पाते हैं या नहीं, वो जरूरी है। और अगर उनका वो क्वालिफिकेशन नहीं है तो उनको फिर अपॉइंटमेंट नहीं करते हैं, उनकी ट्रेनिंग करते हैं।
अपॉइंटमेंट करते हैं, लेकिन उनको उसके अपॉइंटमेंट करने के बाद वो इधर बच्चों को भी पढ़ाते हैं, उनके साथ साथ वो डिस्टेंस में ये ट्रेनिंग प्रोग्राम भी फिनिश करते हैं। हाँ,
ट्रेनिंग प्रोग्राम चलता है।
मेरे 4 शिक्षक ने, आगे ऐसा हुआ था पास्ट में, तो मेरे 4 टीचर्स ने इसी तरह स्पेशल बीएड जो का कोर्स है 2.5 साल का, वो कंप्लीट किया है।
कंप्लीट किया, उसके बाद में उन्हें यहाँ साइन लैंग्वेज में ट्रेनिंग दी गई। तो आपके जो टीचर्स ट्रेंड होते हैं वो नए टीचर्स को भी ट्रेन करते हैं।
और क्या है कि हमारे जो बच्चे हैं इधर स्टूडेंट्स हैं, तो साइन लैंग्वेज में तो क्या है कि हमारे बच्चे ही हमारे टीचर बन जाते हैं। हमारे बच्चे हमको साइन सिखा देते हैं सभी। हाँ, वो बड़े बच्चे हैं ना, वो सेकेंडरी, हाँ,
समझ के उनके हिसाब से आपको
वो कर देते हैं,
उनसे कम्युनिकेशन
कर देते हैं।
बहुत अच्छा काम कर रहे हैं मैडम। वी विश यू ऑल सक्सेस।
थैंक यू वेरी मच। थैंक यू।
गुड आफ्टरनून। वी आर टॉकिंग टू मिस्टर दीपक पांडे, प्रिंसिपल फॉर द प्राइमरी स्कूल ऑफ द हियरिंग एंड स्पीच इम्पेयर्ड एट मानव कल्याण ट्रस्ट। आपका कब से एसोसिएशन है मानव कल्याण ट्रस्ट के साथ?
15 साल से मैं यहाँ टीचिंग में हियरिंग बच्चों को पढ़ाता हूँ।
हियरिंग बच्चों को पढ़ाते हैं। प्रिंसिपल है प्राइमरी सेक्शन
के प्रिंसिपल हूँ।
हाँ। एंड कौन सी उम्र से कौन सी उम्र तक के बच्चे आपके अंडर में हैं?
यहाँ 6 स्टैंडर्ड से 6 इयर्स के बच्चे आते हैं और 18 वर्ष के बच्चे यहाँ पे पढ़ते हैं।
और प्राइमरी सेक्शन में तो कुछ एज लिमिट होगी ना, मतलब कौन से स्टैंडर्ड?
15 इयर्स तक।
15 इयर्स तक आपके पास में प्राइमरी सेक्शन में रहते हैं। प्राइमरी सेक्शन है फर्स्ट स्टैंडर्ड से लेके 8 स्टैंडर्ड।
8 स्टैंडर्ड तक।
अच्छा। और कितने बच्चे हैं आपके अंदर अभी फ़िलहाल?
हमारे अंदर टोटल हियरिंग बच्चे 162 बच्चे।
162 बच्चे प्राइमरी सेक्शन। और आपका रोल क्या है एज प्रिंसिपल? आप क्या क्या देखते हैं?
हमारा बच्चों को वो टीचिंग कराते हैं। हमारे 16 टीचिंग स्टाफ है। हमारे बाल वाटिका से 8 स्टैंडर्ड तक बच्चे पढ़ते हैं। वो हम बच्चों को कैसे पढ़ाते हैं, पहले तो 6 वर्ष के बच्चे आते हैं, उसको इंडियन साइन लैंग्वेज में कैसे सिखाया जाता है, उसको अल्फ़ाबेट सिखाया जाता है और संख्या के ज्ञान सिखाया जाता है। ये सब उसको टीचर इंडियन साइन लैंग्वेज और डिजिटल क्लास में सिखाया जाता है। सिखाने के बाद उसको स्पीच, छोटे बच्चे हैं उसको स्पीच भी सिखाई जाती है। स्पीच के साथ साथ उसको सुनने की शक्ति बची होती है, उसे ऑडियोलॉजिस्ट की तरह वो टीचर उसके सिखाते हैं।
और टीचर्स को भी ट्रेनिंग दी जाती है?
टीचर ऑलरेडी ट्रेन टीचर होते हैं और उसको ट्रेनिंग देने की ज़रूरत पड़ती है तो संस्था उसके लिए सेमिनार रखती है। सेमिनार में उसको टीचिंग कराते हैं। जहाँ भी दिक्कत पड़ती है वहाँ पे हम उसको स्पेशल ट्रेनिंग कराते हैं उस टीचर को।
अच्छा, स्पेशल ट्रेनिंग कराते हैं। पर यहाँ पे जब आप टीचर्स को लेते हैं तो ट्रेन टीचर्स को ही लेते हैं?
सब ट्रेन टीचर ही होते हैं। जो इसका हियरिंग इम्पेयर्ड का कोर्स आता है 2 बरस का डिप्लोमा स्पेशल एजुकेशन, वो करके आते हैं, वो क्वालिफाई होते हैं। ऐसे टीचर को ही यहाँ पे
लिया जाता है ताकि वो बच्चों को साइन लैंग्वेज में सिखा सकें। और जब ये आप यहाँ काफ़ी टाइम से एसोसिएटेड हैं तो पहले बच्चे थे, अभी बच्चे बड़े हैं या सेम नंबर है बच्चों का?
हाँ, अभी बच्चे बड़े हो गए। कोई बच्चे पढ़ के 8 स्टैंडर्ड में माध्यमिक में पढ़ के, जब वो हमारे यहाँ उद्योग और तालीम भवन है, उसमें उसको सिलाई मशीन सिखाया जाता है और कंप्यूटर लैब है, वो भी सिखाया जाता है। कंप्यूटर सीख के बच्चे बड़े होते हैं तो वो घर पे खुद सिलाई काम की जॉब कर सके, टेलर की। और वो कुछ बच्चे हैं तो कंप्यूटर ऑपरेटर की जॉब करते हैं कंपनी में जाके, और कुछ बच्चों को हम संस्था के यहाँ से, हमारी कंपनी है वहाँ पे जॉब पे लगाते हैं। बड़े बच्चे हो जाते हैं तब वो भी जॉब करते हैं।
ठीक है।
Then we start a school for mentally challenged or intellectually challenged. We then started a rehabilitation center.
For training and
skill up. Means there are students, MI means mentally challenged or hearing impaired children who cannot go far in education. So they should be given training. So different trainings are given. Hand paper manufacturing, we have our own press where they studied different segments of press, printing. Register making, file making, all these things. We have got a weaving section, we have got best from the West. We teach them tailoring, and they are very good tailors. They start their own shops. We teach them soft toys manufacturing, and they in turn teach. They open their own classes, and they earn 15,000, 20,000, 30,000 per month. So that is what the aim of Manav Kalyan Trust, to make them earn their livelihood.
And make them dignified
and
citizens
when
of the
they
country.
first give their cover of stipend to their parents, parents actually weep.
So
And
they are paid
yes,
stipend for the...
we do give stipend to the students. Means
And it is a fixed amount every month, irrespective of...
irrespective of productions.
Okay.
It is because we do not sell or like that. We go in fairs and we have our own, one stall, and there we sell. But then this is to train them.
This money
Yes.
does not go to the trust. It is
It
paid
is
back to the children.
They are they do the things, and the money is for them.
The money is for them as
we-
their pocket
even
money.
even our president thinks that we should form a society for them, and we will assist them all in all respect.
In
That is
career decisions as well as-
in marketing, in procuring raw material,
Whatever they make.
whatever they make, but they will run.
They should
That is, and that is what means we are planning, and I am sure whatever president plans, he does. So it will be done.
आपका नाम?
शैलेश पटेल।
आप यहाँ मानव कल्याण ट्रस्ट के ट्रेनिंग और रिहेबिलिटेशन सेंटर के इंचार्ज हैं।
यस,
कितने साल से एसोसिएटेड हैं?
मैं तकरीबन 22 साल से यहाँ पर हूँ।
22 साल से यहाँ पे हैं। और आपके ट्रेनिंग और रिक्रिएशन सेंटर में कौन सी बच्चों को स्किल सिखाई जाती है?
हमारे वो उद्योग में प्रिंटिंग प्रेस है, हैंडीक्राफ्ट है, हैंडलूम्स और टेलरिंग है और स्क्रीन प्रिंटिंग है।
स्क्रीन प्रिंटिंग है।
हाँ, इतना डिपार्टमेंट है।
और कौन सी उम्र से कौन सी उम्र के बच्चों के लिए यहाँ पे स्किल डेवलपमेंट होता है?
हमारे जो उद्योग में आते हैं बच्चे, वो 18 साल के ऊपर से आते हैं। जो मैच्योर होते हैं उसको ही हम उद्योग सिखाते हैं, और वो आगे जाके 20 साल, 22 साल, 25 साल
तक ट्रेनिंग
देते हैं।
हाँ, उसके बाद में उन्हें कहीं प्लेसमेंट करते हैं?
जो हमारे यहाँ बच्चे तैयार होते हैं उसको बाहर भी काम मिलता है, और हम भी यहाँ पे वो उसको काम पे रख देते हैं, उसको स्टाइपेंड देते हैं।
स्टाइपेंड देते हैं। और ये जो बच्चे चीज़ें बनाते हैं, इन्हें आप बेचते हैं या कैसे करते हैं?
यहाँ तो हम नहीं बेचते, लेकिन हमारे जो डिस्ट्रिक्ट होते हैं, डिस्ट्रिक्ट में गांधी मेला लगता है, वहाँ पे हम जाके एग्जीबिशन में रखते हैं। लोग आते हैं, बच्चे बनाते हैं, वो देख के खुश होते हैं, और उसको
खुशी से
खरीदते हैं और उसको प्रोवाइड करते हैं कि ये बच्चे ने बनाया, और वो बच्चे खुश होते हैं।
बच्चे खुश होते हैं, वही पैसा बच्चों को वापस स्टाइपेंड के
जो भी
वापस दिया जाता है।
जो भी पैसा आता है वो बच्चों को स्टाइपेंड दे देते हैं।
बच्चों को वापस मिल जाता है, मतलब
मिल
ट्रस्ट
जाता
में, ट्रस्ट के उसमें नहीं जाता है।
नहीं जाता है।
अच्छा, और यहाँ पे जो विजिटर्स आते हैं वो भी कुछ सामान खरीदते हैं?
हाँ, जो NRI लोग आते हैं वो सामान खरीदते हैं।
वो भी ट्रस्ट के उसमें नहीं जाता
नहीं
है,
जाते,
बच्चों को वापस मिलता है?
हाँ, बच्चे लोग को ही वापस दे देते हैं।
वापस मिलता है।
हाँ।
और कितने लड़के हैं, कितनी लड़कियां हैं, कौन से सेक्शन में खाली लड़के हैं, कौन से सेक्शन में?
जो हैंडलूम्स में उसमें खाली लड़के हैं,
ओके।
क्योंकि वहाँ पे वो साड़ी का काटने का काम और वो संचे पे बैठने का काम वो लड़के लोग करते हैं। और जो लड़की लोग हैं वो हैंडीक्राफ्ट में है, जो वेस्ट में से बेस्ट बनाते हैं, और उसमें लड़की काम करती है।
टेलरिंग में भी लड़के?
टेलरिंग में भी लड़की है। प्रिंटिंग प्रेस में लड़के हैं। जो मेंटली चैलेंजेबल लड़के हैं उसको हम कागज़ का काम देते हैं। जो हियरिंग की इम्पेयर्ड है, जो वो लड़के को मशीन पे काम कराते हैं।
जो मशीन पे काम करते हैं वो हियरिंग एंड स्पीच इम्पेयर्ड रहते हैं।
हाँ, वही लड़के होते हैं।
और जो MR है उनको आप खाली मैनुअल काम देते हो?
हाँ।
जो पेपर हैंडल करना?
हाँ, वही काम
किसी
देते
का कुछ बनाना, इस टाइप के?
काम,
मशीन पे काम नहीं करते?
मशीन पे नहीं।
अच्छा। आप बहुत अच्छा काम कर रहे हैं, आपको शुभेच्छा है कि आप और कामयाबी पाएँ और बच्चे आपके अंडर ट्रेन हो और अपनी नॉर्मल लाइफ जिए.
ओके, थैंक यू.
This is how we started second school, and we are very proud that mentally challenged, slow learner, and all these sorts of student, which were considered means they were told as pagal or like that. They not only uses new gadgets. They do work on laptop. They do work on smart boards. And when in Corona period, jobs were many were jobless.
Losing their jobs,
Many
yes.
were jobless. One of our student, hardly 15 years, he got the job. As he was knowing graphics, as he was given laptops, and laptops was given by the government as a pilot project, and government too is very pleased with us. Ki you did a marvelous thing. So that is our aim, to make the student earn their livelihood. And we have got some industrialists, particularly diamond industries. They teach our students diamond polishing and all sorts of diamond activities. And they even recruit our students, whether he is school graduate or not. They will recruit. They will teach them. They will give them stipend, and they will keep them. You won't believe, one of our student, he earns 40 to 50,000 per month.
And sir, what does he do? What is his,
He is in diamond industry. He sorts diamonds and likewise.
Okay, so
There are a number of our students in that industry. And I must thank Mahendra Brothers, pioneer of diamond industries in Gujarat.
in Gujarat, in Surat, basically.
He started in Navsari only. So like Jamshedji Tata, pioneer of Indian industry, he was the pioneer of diamond industry. And he recruits our students.
And they've supported you in
they
placement
support,
of your
like
students.
they even gave us donation too. Our institute runs on donation
Donations.
only.
Yeah.
And warmth of the society, that keeps us running.
Keeps you running.
That not only keeps us running, that motivates us to do another thing, likewise.
Keep giving more and more chances to these children of God. So, sir, let us understand how you started. Since you have been associated with MKT for the last 2 decades,
20 years.
how did it all start? Was it in the same premises, or was it in another premises and then you shifted here? How was it?
Means we run our institute in 2 complexes. One complex is at Navsari, and another complex is in this tribal area,
Shivarimal in
Shivarimal,
Dang.
near Saputara.
Yes.
So Saputara, I am attached since we were seeing the plots. So Mahesh Bhai used to take me. So how do we find this place? How do we find this place? And when we reached here, I told Mahesh Bhai, our search ends here. Now we won't look for any other plot. And then, since the plot was not transferred in our name, Mahesh Bhai he was very careful. Since plot is not transferred in the name of the trust, we won't build. And we started in, makeshift arrangement, fiber domes. In daytime, it was a classroom.
Here in Shivarimal only?
In Shivarimal only. Okay. In daytime, it was a classroom, and at night, it becomes a hostel. Likewise. Okay. And every year, one room, we have to add.
So there's a temporary structure, basically it was
then
a temporary structure.
Another temporary structure. Then we got this land transferred in trust name. Then we built in 2014 only, we occupied this.
So this came much later. The P.S. Kothari and M.S. Kothari School for the Deaf and the mentally retarded children came much earlier.
Much earlier.
So that was, you said, in 1971.
In 1971, for hearing and speech impaired, P.S. Kothari came in 1971.
So how did it start? That also started in the same premises at Navsari that it is now, or
No,
in some
it
other
was
premises?
first started in a rented premises, and there are very few students. 8 students only. We started with 8 students, and at present 666 or like that. Likewise,
That is for the all
790
the institutions taken together? Or
together, all the institution, all the schools and rehabilitation center. We were having 700 plus, but of late we are finding difficult to have such students. It is because of some government policy too. So every school they admit such student. Every school.
But
It should not be like that.
yeah, such students may be misfits there, and they may get a complex because
yeah,
they are not able
only
to cope.
complex. There are no one to teach or educate them. Who knows sign language?
They need
Who
sign,
knows
yes,
Braille?
exactly.
So, but then that is the decision of the government. So we make a survey in every vacation. Our teachers, our class, they go to villages, different villages in different areas, and they search such students. And what another thing happened, that now due to some government assistance, malnutrition has been reduced like anything. So mother gets enough thing during his pregnancy time.
During the pregnancy time.
So that means such students, say handicap or challenged students, they are now less. Previously it was so that in this district there was the highest number of Divyang students, handicapped or challenged students.
So maybe it was because earlier there was a stigma also attached to disability. Parents didn't want to
Malnutrition
disclose.
was the first reason, and the second reason was they believe in bhuvas. They won't go to doctors.
Yes, they would believe in calling the tantric,
Tantric and likewise.
that's true.
And that spoil them, even means that make them challenge.
Made it a
Many a
challenge.
times it so happens that makes them challenge.
Yeah, because
Yes,
it
that
gets
therapy-
worse.
that
It
therapy
gets
makes
worse.
it- yes,
They don't
yes.
get the treatment on time, and the situation becomes worse. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Your name is
Shetal Chaudhary.
Shetal Chaudhary, and you are
I'm working as a physiotherapist over here.
in Manav Kalyan.
Yeah, in
For
Manav.
how long you been associated?
I've been working since 17 years.
17 years. And what is your role as physiotherapist here?
My main work is to improve the quality of their life by improving the muscle strength, mobility, and functional tasks like sitting and standing, and preventing the secondary complications like contractures, deformities.
So you have a physiotherapy unit here. With
Yes, I have
various
my own
equipment.
department which is well equipped. I have everything like electrotherapy related, all the instruments. Plus we are focusing mainly on the cerebral palsy children because I have maximum numbers of students of cerebral palsy. They are taking the physiotherapy.
Okay, cerebral palsy students are the main
Yes,
children who
main
need
focus.
physiotherapy.
And moreover, I have the sensory integration room where I have treated the ADHD and ASD children.
And how many children attend the physiotherapy session?
Right now I have 37 students.
37 students.
37
and every
students.
day.
Every day.
Every day physiotherapy.
Every day I have given them the treatment of physiotherapy according to their needs.
According to their needs. And you have students where success rate where their mobility has improved over the years?
Yes, because they are having the neurologic problems. So there is no any certainty that you are getting the results in particular period of time. But yes, I have seen dramatic changes also in them. Like if I have noticed that some children, they are having the seizure gait and having the problem of walking, but now they are walking independently without any support.
Without any support, without walkers.
So yeah, the locomotor activity and visual locomotor activity is also improved by the physiotherapy.
And in your 17 years, do you know of any case which you would like to mention? Any real dramatic case?
Yes, there are so many cases, but among them I want to introduce one case. Like there is one children who is having the problem of muscular dystrophy. So main problem with that child is to stand up from the ground. because the muscle
Don't respond.
strength is low, and moreover the voluntary power is also low. But after getting the physiotherapy, the dramatic changes occur in him. Like he's now walking independently, and he's capable of doing his daily living activities, which is my main focus.
And this was after how long of treatment?
Only 3 months.
Only 3
That's why I'm telling that it is dramatic result. Yes.
Yes, I know.
And now he's independent, and their parents is also his parents are
Very happy.
very happy about it.
And do you also do counseling to some extent?
Yes, I have to do the counseling because sometimes some parents they won't agree with my approach. So I have to tell them why I'm giving this approach to them, like whether I have suggested them for the orthotics or sometimes the surgery or Botox injection. So sometimes they won't agree with me. So I have to give them the counseling, like it is necessary thing for them.
Yes. And do you find any reluctance in the parents to send their children for physiotherapy, or they are okay with it?
They are okay with it
They are okay
because
with it,
they
but,
think that we are doing something functional for them. So we are making them more functional towards the society. So
And then when they see the improvement also, they would be like
they
happy.
They appreciate. During sometimes they come to me and thanks me for that. So I
Yeah,
feel
that's
very
great, ma'am. You're doing a great job for this special children of God.
Thank you.
And we wish you all success.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for talking.
Thank you.
सर आपका नाम?
मेरा नाम पटनायक सूरज।
अच्छा सर, यहाँ आप MKT के ब्लाइंड स्कूल में फिजियोथेरेपिस्ट हैं।
हाँ।
कितने साल से?
10 साल से तकरीबन।
10 साल से
जी।
और आप किस टाइप की थेरेपी होती है यहाँ पे?
यहाँ पे ओनली फॉर फिजियोथेरेपी ट्रीटमेंट होती है।
फिजियोथेरेपी ट्रीटमेंट होती है जिनको कहीं पे दर्द है या
हाँ, जैसे कि ऑर्थोपेडिक कंडीशन है या पैरालिसिस है या न्यूरोलॉजिकल कंडीशन है या तो फिर उनको कोई जो खींच आती है ना,
पोलियो का,
हाँ पोलियो,
से
तो हाँ ये सभी अलग अलग कंडीशन के यहाँ पे स्टूडेंट है, तो उनको ट्रीटमेंट दिया जाता है फिजियोथेरेपी का।
अच्छा, अभी आपके अंडर कितने स्टूडेंट्स होते हैं? ऑन
मेरे अंडर में 75 स्टूडेंट्स है और रेगुलर 65 स्टूडेंट कंटिन्यू मॉर्निंग से लेके इवनिंग तक आते हैं।
ओके, और इनको फिजियोथेरेपी ट्रीटमेंट के बाद में कुछ सुधार आता है?
जी हाँ, यहाँ पे अभी ऐसे कंडीशन है कि 10 से 12 स्टूडेंट जो आए थे वो नहीं चल सकते थे कि नहीं बैठ सकते थे या घूम नहीं सकते थे, फिर नहीं सकते थे। लेकिन आज उन्होंने फिजियोथेरेपी ट्रीटमेंट लेके खुद के पैर पे खड़े रह सके हैं और खुद का कार्य खुद कर सकते हैं।
सही बात, बड़ी बढ़िया बात है सर।
जी।
और 10 से 12 स्टूडेंट्स, आपके 75 स्टूडेंट्स में से 10 से 12 स्टूडेंट्स।
हाँ, ऐसी कंडीशन थी कि जो आने के टाइम पे वो
बिल्कुल भी नहीं
कुछ
चल
हाँ कुछ भी नहीं कर सकते थे, लेकिन आज वो अच्छे तरह से चल सकते हैं, फिर सकते हैं और खुद का कार्य खुद कर सकते हैं। इसका उदाहरण यहाँ पे है स्टूडेंट, अभी आप जो देख रहे हो,
हाँ जी।
यहाँ पे ऐसे स्टूडेंट्स हैं कि जो नहीं बैठ सकते थे। यहाँ पे एक यादेक करके ये जो स्टूडेंट्स है वो आया था, तभी व्हील चेयर के बिना वो चल नहीं सकता था।
अच्छा,
लेकिन आज वॉकर लेके चल रहा है।
आज वॉकर लेके चल पाते हैं।
हाँ, और यहाँ पे एक दूसरा एक लड़का है ईश्वर करके, वो जब आया था तभी बहुत छोटा था, लेकिन आज वो खुद के पैर पे खड़ा रह सकता है और उसको कोई कहेगा नहीं कि वो हैंडीकैप है। वो अगर खड़ा रहता है तो अब लगेगा कि वो नॉर्मल जैसे दिखाई देगा,
बच्चा है।
जैसे
और
दिखाई
ये
देगा।
कितना टाइम लगता है सुधार आने में?
अभी तो उनका जो कंडीशन जो है उसके ऊपर डिपेंड करता है, बॉडी कैसे एक्सेप्ट करता है उसके ऊपर डिपेंड करता है। लेकिन 3 से 4 स्टूडेंट्स का 1 ईयर में कंप्लीट हुआ। 1 ईयर में कंप्लीट हुआ। हाँ हाँ हाँ, 1 साल लग गया।
1 साल के अंदर में सुधार
हाँ
दिखाई
हाँ
देता
हाँ
है।
जी। और दूसरे जो है उन लोग का थोड़ा लेट हुआ, डिले की वजह से उनका थोड़ा उनका तबीयत का
कंडीशन थोड़ी ठीक नहीं होगी,
हाँ,
इसलिए ज़्यादा
इसलिए
टाइम लग गया।
हाँ आने के टाइम पे थोड़ा लेट हुआ।
अच्छा,
तो आज वो पूरा घूम सकते। ईश्वर यहाँ आओ। अब आ जाओ। हाँ અહીંયા મારા પાસે આવો। હા સીધો ઊભો રહેજો। હા
तो ये नहीं चल पाता था पहले।
हाँ, ये बच्चा जब आया था तभी बैठ नहीं सकता था, कि घूम नहीं सकता था। उसको उठा के हमारे खभे पे डाल के ले जाते थे हम।
हाँ।
आज देखो वो सीधा खड़ा है, लगता है कुछ?
नहीं बेटा, अच्छा लगता है, अभी चल पाते हो? घूमने फिरने में, खेल कूदने में मजा
बहुत
आता है?
बहुत मस्ती करता है बहुत मस्ती
मस्ती
करता
करते
है।
हो? अच्छा अच्छा, ठीक है।
अच्छा,
God bless you। सर, आप बहुत अच्छा काम कर रहे हैं। भगवान आपको शुभेच्छा है कि भगवान आपको पूरी कामयाबी दे,
जी
ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा बच्चों को आप अपने पैर पर खड़ा कर सकें,
जी हाँ सर,
और सबकी दुआएं आपके साथ हैं।
थैंक यू सो मच।
नमस्कार।
नमस्कार,
हमसे बात करने के लिए धन्यवाद।
थैंक यू सो मच। मैं एक क्वेश्चन कर सकता हूँ आपको?
हाँ, करिए।
आप लोग कहाँ से ये कर रहे हो, बिलोंग कर रहे हैं?
हम लोग आए हैं मुंबई से।
हाँ, ये शूटिंग करके क्या उसका?
अच्छा, ये एक पॉडकास्ट है जहाँ पे हम मानव कल्याण ट्रस्ट क्या क्या सेवा करती है
जी जी
उसके बारे में बताएंगे।
यस यस यस।
तो जो सेवाएं हैं उनके बारे में हम सब, जैसे आप हैं, आपसे बात करेंगे, कंप्यूटर वाले से बात करेंगे।
आपको कैसे लगा?
हमें बहुत अच्छा लगा, जब से हम यहाँ आए हमें बहुत अच्छा लगा।
यहाँ पे पीजी में ये स्टूडेंट को देख के कैसे लगा?
स्टूडेंट्स को देख के तो और भी अच्छा लगता है कि बच्चों के लिए आप कितना अच्छा काम कर रहे हैं।
काम तो करना हो तो हमारा कर्तव्य है।
नहीं, पर बच्चे कामयाब हुए या नॉर्मल लाइफ
बस मुझे भी यही उम्मीद थी कि मेरा जो स्कोप है वो अच्छा हो और स्टूडेंट खुद के पैर पे खड़े रह सके, बस इसके बाद उसके अलावा और कुछ नहीं है।
हम वही दुआ करते हैं कि आपको पूरी कामयाबी मिले।
थैंक यू सो मच, वेलकम।
That's what
This particularly Shivarimal is 125 kilometers away from our Navsari, so it was very hard to run this school or to thought about this school. But then Murari Bapu, when told our Mahesh Bhai put in our board, trust board, if a trustee will reside, then I will take this challenge. One trustee should be there. That is what he told, that one trustee should be there, then I can take this challenge. And he wanted to give this to another trust. He was having very good friend circle in UK. He put this Murari Bapu idea to them. And they, only one person, one family told that here are 3 crores rupee.
Okay.
But then Mahesh Bhai suggested them 2-3 trusts, one of Vasda, one of Ahwa, so they will run this too. So he told that no, I know you. I have seen your school number of times. If you are to start, if you are to run, then this money is for you. So then we have to come to here, 125 kilometers away from that, and means we are having some challenges. But then
Yes, it would be a challenge because the surrounding area is fully tribal,
fully tribal.
and there's not much awareness among the tribal, and they are not very reluctant to let their children go into a strange place and live there on their own.
First we face those situations, but Dhananjay Bhai Desai.
Yes.
After Mahesh Bhai, he took over. He was a bosom friend of Mahesh Bhai. He is attached to our trust since day one. In fact, he drafted our trust deed.
He is the president of the trust.
He is the president. At present, he is the president of the trust. And he too is a very visionary. He thought that these students, if they are not made aware of computers, and if they are not trained about other gadgets, then who will give them service? So he thought about digitalization, and ours is the first school, even among normal schools in Dang, to get digitalized, fully digitalized. Ours is a fully digitalized.
Yes.
And means he has had a number of things. You must have seen physiotherapy in this school also. We have got sensory room. We have got mobility park. When a new, say 6-year boy or 6-year-old vision impaired or partially vision impaired boy or girl comes, so he should be introduced well. So we have got sensory room. How it feels, what is camel is, what is dog is, how the flooring, that is what being taught. along with Braille.
Yeah. People with visual impairment, they learn from sound and feel.
Feel.
And the hearing impairment, they have to have sign language,
Sign language.
to understand because they cannot hear and speak.
So means there we keep teachers who is DSA. So they are special.
What is DSC, sir, if I may ask?
Diploma in Special Education.
Okay.
Diploma in Special Education. So graduate they are, but then they take a special. They are specially trained in a sign language. Then and then they are able to converse with the hearing and speech impaired. So that is what means DSC, we hire DSC.
सर आपका नाम?
मेरा नाम सुरेश भोये है।
आप यहाँ शिवारीमल में अंधजनों बच्चों के स्कूल के प्रिंसिपल हैं।
हाँ हाँ जी।
कितने साल से यहाँ मानव कल्याण ट्रस्ट के साथ जुड़े हुए हैं?
हम मैडम 17 साल से इस मानव कल्याण ट्रस्ट के साथ जुड़े हुए हैं।
अच्छा, तो आप 17 साल से यहाँ हैं। ये स्कूल शुरू हुआ तब से हैं यहाँ पे?
शुरू से।
तो आपने स्कूल को किस तरह आगे बढ़ते देखा है? पहले क्या था, आज क्या है? पहले कितने स्टूडेंट्स थे, अभी कितने स्टूडेंट्स हैं?
पहले जब स्कूल में हम पहली बार हम आए थे तो 60 बच्चों से स्कूल की शुरुआत हुई थी।
अच्छा।
तब उस मानव कल्याण ट्रस्ट के पास वो प्राइमरी सेक्शन का ही था, 1 से 7
1 से 7वीं क्लास तक का। हाँ जी।
और तब इतनी सुविधा भी नहीं थी।
अच्छा।
सुबह उसमें पढ़ना, शाम को उसमें नाइट हॉल कर देना है, यानी छात्रावास की तरह बच्चे रहते थे।
अच्छा।
अभी धीरे धीरे उसका तरक्की हो रही है। अभी
बिल्डिंग भी बाद में बनी होगी?
बाद में बिल्डिंग भी बनी है। 2014 में हम ये बिल्डिंग बनी थी। तभी हम अभी ने ये बिल्डिंग में अभी प्रवेश कर रहे
थे। और आप कौन से साल में आए यहाँ पे?
मैं 2007 में आए थे।
2007 में आए और 2014 में आप ये बिल्डिंग में शिफ्ट हुए हैं। और अभी से आप कितने बच्चे हैं? पहले 60 बच्चे थे, आप कितने बच्चे हैं?
अभी 163 बच्चे हैं।
163 बच्चे हैं। और उसमें लड़के कितने हैं, लड़कियां कितनी हैं?
लड़के 102 और लड़कियां 61।
लड़कियां कम हैं?
लड़कियां कम हैं।
उसका कुछ विशेष कारण है? इसका
कुछ विशेष तो कारण ऐसा कुछ नहीं है, लेकिन ज़्यादातर लड़के लोगों की संख्या हर साल ज़्यादा रहती है।
लड़कों की हर साल ज़्यादा रहती है। अच्छा, ये सारे यहाँ आजू बाजू के जो ट्राइबल एरिया है, आदिवासी एरिया है, वहाँ से आने वाले बच्चे हैं?
सब ट्राइबल एरिया के बच्चे हैं।
अच्छा।
धर्मपुर कपराड़ा से लेके झकड़िया तक के बच्चे हैं। पर ज़्यादातर बच्चे डांग जिला के
डांग जिला के हैं। और इनकी पढ़ाई की जो मेथड है, जो तरीका है, उसमें कुछ बदलाव आया है पिछले 17 साल में?
पहले जब प्रज्ञा चक्षु बच्चे हमारे पास आते थे तो हम ब्रेल के ऊपर उसको फोकस करते थे। जिसको थोड़ा दिखता था वो नॉर्मल तरह के उसको पढ़ाते थे। अभी उसमें बदलाव आया है। अभी उसको अगर ब्रेल नहीं आएगा तो भी हम डिजिटल को माध्यम से हम उसको पढ़ा सकते हैं।
तो डिजिटल माध्यम में मोबाइल से या तो कंप्यूटर से?
मोबाइल से भी पढ़ा सकते हैं और कंप्यूटर दोनों से।
कंप्यूटर से भी। और आपके अंडर कितने टीचर्स हैं?
हमारे अंडर 21 टीचर हैं।
21 टीचर हैं। और ये 21 टीचरों को ब्रेल में और डिजिटलाइज में पढ़ाने की ट्रेनिंग दी जाती है?
दी जाती है।
कौन ट्रेनिंग देता है?
एक बुक शेयर करके NGO से है।
हाँ जी।
उसके द्वारा भी दिया जाता है। कभी कभी उसका वर्कशॉप भी होता है। अलग अलग एक्सपर्ट को बुला के। कभी कभी हम CR प्रोग्राम में जाते हैं, तभी उसमें कोई नया चेंजेस होता है तो हमको पता चलता है।
और आपकी जितने भी टीचर्स हैं उनमें से खुद कोई हैं जो विजुअली इम्पेयर्ड है?
5 टीचर ऐसे हैं जो विजुअली इम्पेयर्ड है।
हाँ, जो विजुअली इम्पेयर्ड बच्चों को पढ़ाते हैं। पर वो पूरी तरह से उन्हें नहीं दिखाई देता है या पार्शियली इम्पेयर्ड है?
3-4 टीचर ऐसे कि पार्शियली इम्पेयर्ड है। 3 ऐसे टीचर है जिसको बिल्कुल
नहीं दिखाई देता। तो वो अच्छे तरीके से बच्चों को पढ़ा सकते हैं?
अच्छी तरह से पढ़ाते हैं।
तो क्या ब्रेल में पढ़ाते हैं या डिजिटल में?
ब्रेल में भी पढ़ाते हैं और डिजिटल में भी पढ़ाते हैं।
ओके। और बच्चे यहाँ मुझे देखा बड़े खुश लगते हैं।
अच्छा, बहुत खुश।
बच्चों की अच्छी देखभाल करते हो। अच्छा। बड़ा अच्छा काम कर रहे हैं। हम आपकी शुभेच्छा करते हैं कि आपको पूरी कामयाबी मिले, आप ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा बच्चों को यहाँ पे रखें और उनका बढ़ावा करें। नमस्कार।
थैंक यू।
Good evening, ma'am. What's your name?
Good evening. My name is Shanta Rangarajan.
And you are education director at Manav Kalyan Trust, Shivarimal Blind School.
Yes.
Since how long have you been associated with this
I'll be
organization?
completing 2 years in a few days. I retired from my previous school in August 2022. Then I joined here.
Previous school, which school was this?
I was working with National Association for the Blind in Delhi.
In Delhi. And you retired and then you joined
Yes,
here.
yes.
And how do you like the transition, ma'am?
Good.
Good?
Good.
You find this school better than...
Interesting, yeah, because previous school was like on inclusive education. Children used to go to various schools where with non-disabled children and come back and we used to give them resource. This is a school by itself.
By itself for
Yeah,
the
disabled, yeah.
visually
This is
impaired
also,
and physically
yeah, this is
disabled.
also semi-inclusive in that way that we are having sighted and blind children are studying together in the same classrooms.
Yes. And what changes have you seen in the past 2 years in the school?
Past 2 years, I was asked to bring in some changes which I'm gradually, bringing them up, like the use of tactile teaching aids and little English, and then use of, the children to be independent in whatever they are doing, mobility independence and ambulation for the physically challenged to be like more dignified so that they can use their wheelchairs and whatever is required for them
They are
to
given
move.
wheelchairs, right?
They are given wheelchairs.
So what more can we do for them?
So actually wheelchairs, as the new children come in, so we don't have wheelchair for them. So we might always be in the need of wheelchairs.
More wheelchairs.
And similarly, when the children grow up, it will be difficult for the parents to carry the children when they'll be going home. So even for the children being at home, it will be very useful for the parents if we give them one wheelchair for taking home. So that the children can be taken around on the wheelchair.
On the wheelchair.
Yeah.
And what is the teaching methods that you use for children with visually
see,
impaired?
so the visually impaired children and the physically challenged, they both are given computer training. As they came in here, the school was already digital, almost digital. It was having classes from 9 to 12 with digitalization, and the teachers were all trained, and I also got little training from them and from the Bookshare people. The Bookshare is an online library from US based, and it has adopted a few schools in the country. All over the world basically it happens. So in the country they have developed a few schools and they spread this digitalization and smart board and use of phones and computers and all these things. So that way the children are initially the non-disabled, the children, the library is basically for footprint disabled. The ones who has some physical limitation due to which they cannot pick up a book or turn pages, they are also eligible. The children who are learning disabled, they are also eligible. The children with visual impairment who cannot read the regular print book, they are eligible. So initially it was like that. Now they have given green signal that any child can be given membership. Any disabled child can be given access to these books.
To these books.
So,
and the apps.
And the apps. So apps are all on the mobile phone, and in the mobile phones we have restricted a few apps, the social media types, so that the children do not waste time on that. It's basically for the education, but still whatever is under Google, they are using them. They know how to use whatever social media apps are there, but they're not allowed.
It's blocked by
It's blocked by the organization.
We are talking today to Dr. Homyar Mobedji from Benetech. He is the regional representative for Asia Africa, and his expertise lies in the field of accessible technology. So, please explain to us what it means.
Thanks for having me. Assistive technology basically means that technology which empowers a person, it could be with any disability, to overcome his disability and perform his work or task at par with any other individual. For example, if a person with blindness cannot see or read a screen of the computer, a screen reader is an assistive technology which empowers him or enables him to use the computer or a smartphone like any other individual. Similarly, these technologies could be different. For hearing impaired people, it could be different. For those with locomotor challenges, it could be different. All these are assistive technologies.
Right, sir. So basically, we are in the Shivarimal blind school, and it has transformed the learning and teaching methods for the school because of digitalization of the classrooms for the children who are visually impaired. Sir, we have your contribution in this is major, and will you please explain to us what technologies you have introduced in the school?
So let me start somewhere and take you a little back in time, especially towards the COVID period. So during this COVID period, most of the visually impaired people, especially students, got completely disconnected with their teachers because prior to COVID, they were all learning in Braille. And as we can understand, it's very difficult to teach in Braille using online medium.
That's right.
So that is when the realization started that our kids should be connected to modern digital tools so that they can be included into the mainstream society. We did a lot of podcasts during the COVID period explaining about the digital literacy programs that we would like to start in different schools. And one of these programs, the founder, Bharat Bhai, was there as one of the participants. And he took this up extremely seriously. And that is how this entire program was initiated at Shivarimal School.
Right, and what were the type of devices, digitalization that you've done in the school?
So when we talk about digital literacy, we do not try and replicate whatever is done in the developed scenario. Developing country scenario is completely different to what we see in the Western world. What we focus is on three simple terms. The technology should be accessible, should be affordable, and it should be locally available. So keeping these three words into context, the best technology that we can go in is either procure a smartphone, that could be a regular Android device, and for ease of typing, we combine that with a USB keyboard, a regular keyboard connected to the phone using an OTG cable. That's one of the cheapest and the most accessible options. If you have a little more funding, then we advise the organization to go in for low-cost laptops.
Right, and so this helps. Shivarimal, besides having visually impaired children, also has physically disabled children. So it helps to integrate the two sets of teaching procedure for both the sets of children.
Absolutely, that is inclusion. Because imagine yourself to be a teacher in such a school. When you're talking to the physically handicapped children, you're writing on the board. But because there are visually impaired students also sitting in the same classroom, these children are not able to see what's there on the written on the board.
Yes.
So hence we need to use a medium that is going to be accessible to both the teacher, the visually impaired, and the physically challenged students. Compare that again with Braille, because Braille again is an exclusive medium. If the student is writing in Braille, the student who is physically challenged here sitting next to the blind child is not reading Braille. Hence again there is a barrier over there. So that is why assistive technology becomes paramount in these situations where when you write on a smartphone, even a sighted person can see what is there on the screen, and the blind person will be able to use the assistive technology on the phone to hear what he is typing or to hear what is already written on the screen. So that is how we want inclusion to happen, and that was the core bottom line in the school.
In the school. So it's really commendable, considering that you yourself are visually impaired, 100% there's no vision. You have thought for the children who are disabled in different ways and brought about this transformation in teaching and learning methods for the disabled. It's a commendable job, and we thank you and we bless you for it. And you think it has improved the learning process?
Definitely, definitely. I mean, it has become easier for the children as well and the teachers as well. Like the physical reading, actually, I'll tell you about one app, Easy Reader. So, in which the e-books are being read by the app, and it's attached to the smart TV of the classroom. So the teachers, strain of reading it all over again and again, that is not there. And the thing is, the visually impaired children, they are able to listen to it because it's audible.
By the sound.
Yeah, and the sighted children will be able to see and hear both. And out of our experience, it has been found that even the sighted children, if they are given auditory input, I mean, the learning level is
better. Is better.
So that way it has been very
So
useful.
it's both hearing as well as visual.
Visual for them.
So it helps.
It helps them.
And but you said digitalization is taking place only from 9th standard to 12th
No,
standard?
no, no. The training starts from the beginning, grade 1 onwards.
Okay.
Class 1 it starts gradually, and of course Braille is also there for the visually impaired, so that initial classes, when they are not given any device, they should learn how to write words or sentences, the formation, capitals, full stops, all the quotations, they should be knowing. So that is happening. So children who are successful in learning these are able to transfer the Braille learning to on the computer, so that they'll be able to type it out. They know what a word is. They know what a sentence is, wherein it starts with a capital. You have to leave space in between, and it has got a punctuation mark. These things they already know. Or else it becomes really difficult for the computer trainer to give training on all these.
Once they are adults.
Yeah, once they are
so
adults.
the training has to start
from the beginning. From the beginning, like the child writes CAT cat on the Braille slate and also types. So it's simultaneous.
And how has Braille also? There is some development in the Braille learning.
Yeah,
also?
Definitely. Yeah, this whatever I'm talking about now, the tactile diagrams, they were always there. They were always there in the sense, it used to be created using different textured thread and wool and rice and pulses pasted, so that suppose if it's a particular state, that state will be represented by a different structure, and the rivers will be different represented by different structure. It was always there, always. But now we are getting embossed, ready-made embossed diagram books, tactile diagram books on various subjects. Social sciences map book, and then geography, different concepts of what things around us, planets and everything, earthquakes, everything is there. And also science and mathematics, different theorems, construction, everything is available.
Do you have a library?
We do have a library on that.
Okay,
and so the children can, the children have all these books in their hostel as well. So independently they can read. And the construction, geometry construction also, they are taught how to construct. Simple constructions.
Thank you so much.
Most welcome.
Ma'am. And thank you for talking.
Most welcome.
Yes. And our students, they like in school, they don't like in their homes. When parents come to fetch them, particularly in vacation time, they hesitate. It is because there are number of persons to talk to him.
Yes,
there he will be alone. In his home, he is alone.
So yes, in the hostel accommodation we have seen so many boys and girls, they stay together. The elder ones look after the younger ones. They are like a big, huge family with so many brothers. At home they may not have any sibling. But here they have so many siblings to take care of.
Exactly. So, they enjoy most. And even after their school graduation, they used to come.
They still get attached to the school.
Even we arrange for their marriages too. We had such occasions too. Means twice we did that for their marriages. It is because who will come to their help? So our Mahesh bhai thought about that.
Yes.
And nowadays, not our institute has not remained only educational or rehabilitation. Ours is an awakening industry, awakening school. We do lot of things for the society. We run clinic. We run another things means to make ladies empower. So tailoring, we give them machines to hygiene pads, hygienic pads. They manufacture. We have installed machines for them. They then sell. And we have identified some 25 villages, and we have kept that Mahila, our ladies, and they identify everything. Person is having this disease, a person needs operation, and we bring them here. Yes. We take them to Bardoli Hospital or Navsari Hospital. So it's a total, not only remain only educational.
It's a holistic development
of the area.
Of the child. It is mental, physical, spiritual, everything is taken care of.
That is there. Sports and all other activities, what is called Sarvangi Vikas, that is there. But in addition to that, we do for the society of this area.
For the development of the area
also. Exactly. We are to start nursery now. We are to start, say, clinic we had. Now the doctor is away, so we again are planning to start clinic. Once in a week is still there. But we again are, means we took some 11 Anganwadi. So government is doing there, but then we provided them nutritious food to the students. We provided them roofs. We provided them another things, means what we can. So,
so let's come back to the institutions. How many? What is the eligibility criteria for the students to be admitted into these institutions?
The main is 6. He should have completed 6 years. That's the government for any school.
The age
age criteria is 6 years.
6 years to up to 18 years.
6 years to 18 years, but for mentally challenged it is bit more. Okay. So, and the second most important is he should have civil hospital government's certificate having disability to the tune of 40% or
and
more.
Above 40% and more.
Or more.
If it is less than 40%, then
means we are shy to accommodate them, but it depends.
Depends many on times the family background of the child.
Many times out of sympathy, we see, means who will take care of them?
Exactly.
His career will be ruined.
They are still a liability to the parents. So
means
somebody needs to take care of them.
Parents have nothing to eat. Parents have no roof to stay. So in that case, we cannot hard bound to rules. We give some here and there.
So for the hearing impaired, you said the teachers have to have that special diploma in sign language.
Sign language.
But for the mentally retarded, they suffer from a variety of mental afflictions, which may be of different nature.
Different.
It is very difficult to have a standard teaching procedure for them. So how is the teaching procedure for these mentally retarded children?
So in fact, it differs from student to student.
It's custom made for the student.
It is custom made for them, and for that we have hired a specialist for that, Manas Gandhi.
He is a physiologist.
Not physiologist. He is a psychologist. And he did his in this only. Children's mental, I don't remember the exact word, but then he looks after them. And our teachers also are given training by psychology doctors, psychotherapists.
Regarding behavioral patterns of these children.
And they made known about the mental diseases.
What's going on in the mind of the child? What's going on in the mind of the child?
That is being told to them. That is being taught to them, to all teachers.
But they have to custom made the teaching program for each child as per the requirement. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
We are talking to Manas Gandhi, a consulting psychologist at Manav Kalyan Trust. Welcome. And thank you for talking to us today.
Thank you, pleasure is mine.
You've been associated with Manav Kalyan Trust for how long?
It has been 1.5 months.
1.5 months?
Yes.
And what has been your experience since you have recently joined? What has been your experience? How are the facilities at the various institutions, and what is your role specifically?
Okay. So first I'll talk about the institution. So this institution is like one of the great I have seen in India. Okay, I have seen like a lot of different organizations and institutions working for disability, but this is by far the best I have seen, because you'll ask me why, obviously. So because they focus just not on education, they focus on holistic development, right? From vocational training to social skills to cognitive and emotional traumas children are going through. So they try to incorporate everything. So that's why I think this is the best. And when I come to my role over here, so I am a psychologist. So I focus on basically emotional, cognition, and social skills of the child, right? So I focus on developing those skills and how I can help the teachers and educators over here to develop the child
So you
further.
train the teachers and the
Yes.
caretakers over here.
Yeah, not caretakers, mostly the teachers. Yes.
In the teaching skills that they use for the
Exactly,
children.
exactly. So if child is suffering from, let's suppose, intellectual disability or ADHD, for autism or Down syndrome, etc. So I try to prepare a therapeutic plan for them, and I ask teachers to follow it.
Follow that plan.
Exactly. And then if it is needed, I talk to the teachers and we make certain changes for them.
So in the school for the hearing and speech impaired and for the sight impaired
Yes.
students, it is a standard program because they are suffering from the same type of disability.
Yes.
But
yes.
In the Balaji school for the mentally backward children, it has to be, they face different challenges
Exactly.
mentally.
Yeah.
So it cannot be a standard program, and you actually have to understand what the child is going through in the mind and
that's
make a
how
custom program for education program for them.
Yes.
So do you help in that also?
Yes, I help them in that. I help them in developing the education plan for the child.
For each child,
for
individually?
the child who needs it. So there are like if the child is doing very well with the current program, then we don't change anything in that. But if the child is not able to go with
Cope
the
up
same
with the
plan,
program.
yeah, exactly, then we tweak the plans, and then I come into the picture, and I try to build into the therapeutic, like behavioral therapy or cognitive therapy. I try to use those techniques and incorporate that in the education plan as well.
And you also counsel the children?
Yeah, I do provide my counseling services to the children, especially with the blind, visually impaired, and the speech and hearing impaired children. Yes.
And what about the intellectual disability students? Do
Yeah,
you counsel them also?
I obviously
Help to
counsel
build
them.
their morale and
Exactly.
recognize their skills and achievements.
Exactly. But it is morely about developing teachers' education plan and how they can incorporate the therapies in their classrooms, in the
Counseling
group.
must
Yeah.
be more in the intellectually backward.
Yeah.
And what made you enter this arena?
So basically, when I was child, I was diagnosed with learning disability, and that's how I got to know about the field since very young age. In my case, my father was a very big help, and my parents, my mother as well. They helped me cope out of it. But
So you've overcome.
yeah. Like you just live with it. It's like it's not like you just overcome it one day. Yeah.
Basically, it's a
Yeah.
thing, disorder in the mind which you have to cope up with
Exactly. So yeah, I just know how to live with it. So
that's what basically I think everybody with disability has to just learn to live with it and overcome it to the best.
Exactly. I got really good teachers and parents who helped me.
Where was your counseling then? Navsari only?
No. I was living in Surat when I was diagnosed, and then the teachers who were very helpful to me, I got to meet them in Ahmedabad in one of the schools I was.
So you were in a school in Ahmedabad?
Yeah. I have lived in various places during my childhood. So yeah, but I was diagnosed in Surat when I was in 5th standard. I diagnosed with learning disability. I was diagnosed with learning disability and ADHD. Okay. Yeah, and then with my parents' help and teachers' help,
guidance.
Exactly, I coped out of it, and from then I had this thing in my mind that
to help others with the same type of
So previously also I have worked with similar lines. I was in the NGO to help the child laborers. My organization used to rescue the children, and then I used to provide trauma counseling to those children.
Okay, that's great. Yeah. It's really great that you overcome your disability and want to help other children with the same type of afflictions. You're doing a great job.
Thank you.
Thank you to you.
Thank you
for talking.
Thank you.
And second, particularly for this intellectually challenged, one more criteria for admission is he or she should know toileting.
That you are talking for the mentally challenged.
Mentally challenged. It is because many times, out of love, mother or father or other persons in the family, they don't teach him.
Toilet training.
Toilet training they are not giving. And when we put this condition, you will be astonished, within 1 month, that boy or girl will be trained for toileting.
So that they can...
So, for 10 years, he was not taught, and in a 1 month's time, he is taught that. So, that is what happens. But I would like to tell you or share with you one example, a unique example. One little girl, he used to be with her mom 24 hours a day. He used to say between two thumbs, whatever sari she has
cling to the mother.
Cling to the mother, 24 hours. So when we knew about that, we approached them. And her mother was weeping. She won't stay, and I also won't stay without her. We explain him, you stay with him, say for a week, and if you are satisfied that this child is
happy,
better, and you too are better, then we will admit her. Otherwise we won't. She stayed, and within 2 days, her clinginess was removed, we can say like that.
And she was ready to part from
that
her
mother feels so relieved.
And the child is still here, sir, or in the past?
No, she completed means,
now she must be a young adult.
Young adult now.
Okay. These are one of the few success stories.
There are a number of success stories. Even for that, even our hearing impaired and speech impaired, 3 students, they participated in Paralympics, and they represented India. There are a number of students who have participated in Khel Mahakumbh, and they have won gold medals, they have won silver medals, they participated at state level, they participated at national level. But 3 of our students, MI students, they represented India in Paralympics.
The MR students?
MR students in Athens, in Shanghai, 2 in Athens.
And 1 in Shanghai.
And
1 in Shanghai.
And 1 in Shanghai. It was a team event in Shanghai, and that was a individual event. But that one boy was unlucky. He was a weightlifter, and like Vinesh, his weight was a bit more.
Okay, so they didn't allow him to participate.
He couldn't participate.
And sir, what about these children's performance in the board exams and secondary exams? How do they perform?
Particularly in this our VI school, Pragnya Mandir or Andajan Sara, whatever you call it, our 10th and 12th regions comes many times 100%. 12th, last 4 years, 100%.
100% result.
100% results.
And sir, any distinctions and first classes?
That is why it means we lack that. But then distinction, first class they do come. Number of students, and they get admission in colleges too. Some are graduates, some have completed their post graduation too,
and
some have become they will be now teachers, B.Ed. He did his B.Ed, and 2 of our girls, vision impaired girl, partially, so they are physiotherapist doctor. One of our students from Maharashtra, he is an
acupressure doctor,
and he has started his clinic in Maharashtra. So
that's really great.
That is what pleases us.
Yeah, because they integrate with the society and start leading a normal life.
And means they are transformed from liability to assets of the society.
Assets of the society, they live a dignified life and gainful, they contribute to the society.
And their parents, their guardians' anxiety has reduced, not only reduced, it has caused.
So, but all these children, they stay together in the hostel room. In the mentally challenged lot of children, are there some children who are particularly aggressive and they cannot be kept with the rest of them and they have to keep them in isolation?
We do find. We do find. And we have to make separate arrangements too.
For them to stay.
And we counsel them too.
Okay.
Our psychotherapist, our teachers, they counsel them. They counsel their parents too.
Okay.
These life skills we first teach them.
Yes.
How to eat, they don't know.
Okay.
When they first come, as soon as in their dish something is kept, they will eat.
Yes.
So we teach them how to eat. What are the disciplines of good manners rather? So that is what we teach.
Basic table manners.
Table manners.
Toilet manners.
Toilet manners. How to talk to them. How to talk. All that we have to teach them.
Yeah.
Naturally we have to.
And you have to also take particular more care of them to see that they don't harm the other children.
That's the main thing.
That's the main thing. But do you keep children like that, or is there some criteria for?
We give them opportunity. We ask their parents. We discuss with them. And if he keeps on repeating, then we have to decide.
And then you have to send the child
Otherwise,
back.
we give them ample chances.
Okay.
But some are so, means, I cannot say naughty, but that means that is how their brain is built up. Their mind is there. So they can be, doctors only can handle them.
And so is there medical facility available for the children who reside here? These are all residential schools, right?
Yeah. Not only residential, we give everything free.
As the uniqueness of these schools is everything is free, including medical aid and uniforms.
Not only, even operations, heart operations, other operations, eye operations, totally free.
Everything is
free. We have kept one dentist also, we have kept doctors too. So in our Navsari, we have kept dentists. Here there is no dentist. Here physiotherapist is there, and one clinic is also there, but once in a week.
But any medicines or medical care that would be required is totally free?
Totally free. Okay. No, even many times we give treatment, means we arrange for the treatment of their parents too. For their parents, we know.
If they come from that type of a background.
Yeah, from that type of background. Even our Mahesh Bhai used to give parents of such student, some say gift to eat or gift to give to their normal child residing in his village. It is because they will think that father is going to Navsari, so he will bring something for me, and that parent do not have anything. So not only fair we give them that. He was that samvedanshil.
So apart from education, sir, what extracurricular activities are there for the students here? Like sports, as you said, they participate in competitions and...
All activities being carried out in normal school, we do more than that.
So there are picnics every year?
Cultural activities, sports activities. We even prepare one act play too, and they have won prizes in that. First prize is in Bhavnagar, first prize in Bharuch, like Surendranagar. They go well prepared.
So they have music teachers teaching them music, dancing.
Means we have kept one qualified music teacher, and not only he teaches our students for the this education purpose. Gandharva exam, he prepares for that too.
Okay.
And we are having our own orchestra of these visually impaired students, partial and total visually impaired students. They were having their own orchestra and they give performance, say, for 3 hours in different cities. In Surat, in Valsad, in Navsari.
That's great. And they
must to give them exposure. We kept them, means we were having number of requests So come to us. But then their education and main things should not be harmed. So, but still some exposure should be given. So in a year we do this 3-4 times. Even in Reliance, our orchestra went there to perform.
And so, what about outings for the children, like picnics and?
We take them in different places, and it is an educational
once a year on
once a year.
And all the festivals are celebrated as
with full pomp.
full pomp. The children enjoy the celebrations.
They enjoy.
So basically, do outdoor activities, sports also. They have a good playground.
They are very good at drawings. They are very good at our particularly hearing impaired. They are very good at paintings. Very good.
Okay.
We here started, but here, visually impaired. So it is not that, but they do other activities here. They do in sports and in plays.
For the hearing impaired, you have sign language. Similarly for the visually impaired, you will have Braille. And what other teaching techniques are there for the visually impaired, sir?
Braille we teach right from his admission.
Okay.
And as you have visited sensory room and mobile park, that we have developed for
the
visually or partially visually impaired who comes first to us. They are taught what is what.
With feel.
Feel that.
That is the first part of the training.
That is the first part of the thing. Then we take them to Braille. Then mathematics in Braille, it's a different thing. So then that. But now, after digitalization, so Braille still we teach them. It's a basic. It's a
that's for the visually impaired. That's the basic language. Yes.
That's their language.
Yes.
And we should not keep them away from that language. But we give them laptops. Our all rooms from 7th onwards, 7th, 8th to 12th are computerized, and teacher teaches them through computer. They learn through computer. They write their lessons through computers. They give their exams through computers. Up till now, school exams were taken, but now we took the problem with the government also and with other schools. We are now not fighting, we are making correspondence with the board, 10th board and 12th board, to allow our students to write their exams in computers, through computers. So they are saying yes, but they tell that we want to give them papers on computers. It will be in a Braille. So that correspondence is being
any apps in the mobile and all that also for the visually impaired?
So no means that say negative apps that
no, not the negative apps. For studying purpose for the visually impaired.
We have kept that provision too. They cannot see. Their smartphone is
so they learn from sound.
From sound means we give them. There are gadgets, so in there all lessons are there.
Dictation and
all lessons, so they will hear
and they learn,
and from them
they learn. So sir,
many times it so happens that say 5 students of class 8 they are there, and one hears or one some saying orthopedically handicapped, he reads, and that other
people here,
other students here. That is what also happens.
The group learning.
Group learning.
That's nice. So now let us understand there are 3 institutions in Navsari. One is the school for the deaf, primary section, secondary section. Then there is a school for the mentally retarded children, and then there is a vocational training and rehabilitation center for these children at Navsari. and they fall under Mamta Mandir, which is the
We have got
temple of love.
Yes, temple
And
of love.
then we have a school for the visually impaired here in Shivarimal.
Orthopedically handicapped here in Shivarimal.
In Shivarimal, in Dang district of Gujarat,
It is
and
the-
that falls under the Pragnya Mandir.
That
why,
named is Pragnya Mandir.
Why is it named Pragnya Mandir?
Pragnya Mandir means intellectual.
Intellectual, okay.
So they cannot see. No eye. But Pragnya, yes, they can develop.
They have intelligence.
Intelligence they have.
Which
and
can
they
be
will
developed, which can be developed and they can
so
be...
means there are different names to address them. When our society was not that cultured, society used to address them with the limitations they were having. ये अंधा है, ये बहरा है, likewise. Society's cultural advancement measurement is this: how society or the nation treat their challenge students, challenge persons, how they treat them. That is the parameter to measure the society or to measure the nation.
Nation, that's right.
That's the thing. And now we are seeing, and our Mahesh Bhai and Dhananjay Bhai, they did a lot to sensitize the society. Lot.
Create awareness.
Even through UNESCO, we arrange some pictures of this to sensitize public at large.
About disability.
What is disability, how to treat them, how to behave with them. So UNESCO has brought some films, and we saw in some 5 theatres in Navsari. Number of shows we did to sensitize the society.
Yes. Good morning. आपका नाम?
मेरा नाम डॉक्टर प्रसन्न भारती है. यहाँ प्रॉपर नवसारी से हूँ.
ओके. आपका बेटा है या बेटी है?
मेरा बेटा है यहाँ पे.
यहाँ स्कूल में आपका बेटा पढ़ता है?
स्कूल में
क्या उम्र है?
He is now 16 years right now. अभी 16 साल का है.
और क्या डिसेबिलिटी है?
उसको स्पीच और हियरिंग का प्रॉब्लम है. बोलने में और सुनने में उसको प्रॉब्लम है. सिंस बर्थ.
और ये स्कूल में कितने टाइम से?
ये स्कूल में ये सीनियर के जैसे इसी स्टैंडर्ड में है.
और अभी कौन से स्टैंडर्ड में?
अभी 8th स्टैंडर्ड में हो.
8th स्टैंडर्ड में. और उसमें कुछ प्रोग्रेस हुआ है?
हाँ, यहाँ पे आके उसकी जो कोरस्पॉन्डेंस और जो उसका जो स्किल है वो सब थोड़ा अच्छा डेवलप हुआ है. और कम्युनिकेशन और वो सब अच्छा कर रहा है. वो अच्छा कर रहा है. और स्टडी में भी टीचर्स लोग काफ़ी सपोर्ट करते हैं, तो उससे उसका प्रोग्रेस काफ़ी अच्छा है यहाँ पे.
तो स्टडीज़ में भी, मतलब एजुकेशन में भी उसको
उसका
परफॉर्मेंस इम्प्रूव हुआ है?
परफॉर्मेंस इम्प्रूव हुआ है उसका स्टडी में भी.
ओके. और बच्चा यहाँ खुश है?
खुश है, हैप्पी.
बिल्कुल खुश है?
बिल्कुल खुश. यहाँ पे उसके फ्रेंड्स और वो सब रहते हैं जो है, तो ही इज़ हैप्पी है.
अच्छा. और आप स्कूल के लिए कुछ सजेशंस हैं आपके इम्प्रूवमेंट के लिए?
ना, स्कूल इज़ एक्चुअली एकदम बराबर परफेक्ट से कर रहे हैं. टीचर्स और पूरे स्टाफ का भी पूरा सपोर्ट है. और सभी एक्टिविटी में भी बच्चों को काफ़ी इन्वॉल्व करते हैं. उनका परफॉर्मेंस काफ़ी अच्छा है.
थैंक यू सर.
थैंक यू.
मैडम, आपका नाम?
मेरा नाम मोकाशना जागृति है.
ओके. आपकी बेटी है? बेटा स्कूल?
मेरी बेटी है.
बेटी है?
हाँ.
तो क्या डिसेबिलिटी है?
वो तो उसको वो बोलते हैं, ऑटिज्म बोलते हैं. वो प्रॉब्लम है.
ओके.
हाँ.
और कितने साल की है?
अभी 17 साल की है.
और यहाँ स्कूल में कितने साल से?
10 साल से.
10 साल से है. तो उसमें कुछ इम्प्रूवमेंट हुआ है?
हाँ,
स्कूल में आने के बाद?
बहुत इम्प्रूवमेंट. फिर शिक्षक, ये टीचर लोग से उसका भी हमको रिस्पॉन्स अच्छा मिलता. मेरे बच्चे को तो बहुत हाइपर हो जाती है, फिर भी उसको कुछ भी सवाल हम लोग करते हैं तो वो लोग रिस्पॉन्स देते हैं. फिर बोलते हैं इधर डॉक्टर को बताओ, आप साइकेट्री को बताओ, न्यूरोलॉजिस्ट को बताओ, सजेस्ट करते हैं हमको. फिर हमको संतोष भी उसके मिलता है. कोई भी क्वेश्चन करते हैं तो हम लोग.
स्कूल में आने के बाद आपको बहुत सुधार दिखाई
हाँ,
दिया?
खासा इम्प्रूवमेंट है. बहुत हाइपर थी. शांत भी अभी है. जो भी हम बोलते हैं वो समझती भी है. कुछ भी कहते तो वो करती भी है वर्क.
खुश भी है?
हाँ, ओके. हैप्पी है. हाँ, हैप्पी है.
स्कूल में अच्छा लगता है?
हाँ, वो भी अच्छा लगता है उसको. बीच में थोड़ा उसको तो बहुत थोड़े टाइम में उसका चेंज होता है. फिर अब तो अच्छा है. कुछ भी स्कूल जाने
बनाए उसने यहाँ?
वो उसको थोड़ा समझ में नहीं आता फ्रेंड्स, वो अकेले ऑटिज्म है इसके लिए वो अलग ही, हाँ अकेली रहती है, उसके साथ हाँ खुश रहती है,
अच्छे से खाती पीती है,
सब कुछ हाँ
ठीक
हाँ
है।
हाँ हाँ।
और आपको स्कूल के सुधार में कुछ सजेशंस हैं?
हाँ, स्कूल से तो वो खासा हमको इधर इम्प्रूवमेंट भी मिलता है, बच्ची को भी अच्छा लगता है, फिर हमको भी संतोष होता है कि नहीं स्कूल जाके हमारी बच्ची भी अच्छा का हाँ।
और स्कूल और कुछ सुधार कर सकते हैं?
और कुछ तो हमारे जितनी हेल्प होती है उतना हम कर सकते हैं उसको, चलो घर पे आते बैठाते, फिर बाहर ले जाते घूमने, मंदिर में ले जाते, उसको सॉन्ग बहुत पसंद है तो वो भी हम लोग सुनाते, गाना भी उसको सब आता है, भजन भी आता है, सब कुछ। हमें जॉइंट फैमिली में है इसलिए मेरा ससुर भी भजन बोलते हैं तो वो भी उसके साथ गाती है सब कुछ। हाँ,
तो आप खुश है उसके सुधार?
हाँ खुश है, मैं उसकी बड़ी मम्मी हूँ।
बड़ी मम्मी है?
हाँ।
अच्छा, ओके, थैंक यू।
ओके, थैंक यू।
आपका नाम?
शैलेश भाई।
आप कहाँ नवसारी में रहते हैं?
नहीं, मैं तो सूरत में रहता हूँ।
आज सूरत से आए हैं?
सूरत से।
आपका यहाँ स्कूल में बेटा है या बेटी है?
बेटा है।
बेटा है, क्या उम्र है?
15 साल है।
15 साल का है। और उसको क्या प्रॉब्लम है?
उसको सुनता नहीं है, बोल भी नहीं सकता।
सुन नहीं सकता और बोल नहीं
बोल नहीं सकता।
ओके, तो स्कूल में कितने साल से है?
वो करीब 2 साल से है।
2 साल से है। और कुछ सुधार आया है?
हाँ, सुधार आया। अच्छा
अच्छा, घर आता है तो आपको सुधार दिखाई देता है?
सुधार दिखाई देता है।
और मतलब उसकी समझने की शक्ति ज़्यादा हो गई है?
हाँ, हो गई ज़्यादा।
और आप क्या उससे कैसे बात करते हैं? साइन लैंग्वेज में बात करते हैं? और उसकी समझ पहले से बड़ी है?
बड़ी है।
अच्छा। और स्कूल के सब फैसिलिटी से आप खुश हैं?
नहीं, खुश है, मस्त,
बहुत खुश हैं। और बच्चे के सुधार से भी आप खुश हैं? फैमिली में दूसरों को भी उसमें सुधार दिखाई दिया है?
दिखाई दिया।
और स्कूल के लिए आपके कुछ सजेशंस हैं? स्कूल और अच्छा बेहतर कर सकता है?
स्कूल बेटर है। वो पहले और दूसरी कक्षा में मेरा बेटा यहाँ भी पढ़ा है पहले, उसके बाद में हम सूरत चले गए। सूरत में वहाँ पे मेरे बेटे को दूसरे स्कूल में नहीं जमा तो वो बोले फिर कि पापा वो स्कूल में ले चलो, तो वो अच्छा स्कूल है इसलिए यहाँ पे इसको मज़ा आता है पढ़ाने में।
अच्छा, यहाँ
वो 8वीं से फिर से एडमिशन करवाए हैं।
अच्छा, तो यहीं पे अभी जब तक बड़ा नहीं हो जाए, 12वीं नहीं पास करता यहीं पे?
हाँ, यहीं पे रहेगा। इसके वजह स्कूल मज़ा आता है, इसका मैनेजमेंट भी सब कुछ अच्छा है।
So basically we are doing a great job here for all types of disabilities and the overall holistic growth of the children who are, as you call them, special children of God. And we are doing tremendous service to them, and all at no cost, which is the most unique feature of all these institutions. May God bless you all. And
since our sincere thanks are due to you and due to Arnold too, for giving us preference.
And we have not
we
given you
are
preference.
In a small city, we are in a tribal area, so nobody in Gujarat knows. Otherwise, our Mahesh Bhai or our Dhananjay Bhai, they should have got Padma Shri, Padma Bhushan, that type of work they did, and they are doing.
Okay. But sir, everything is free of cost, so what type of funding support would you be needing?
Yeah. So,
have you got any corporate funding to date?
So, say since last couple of years, through Dhananjay Bhai, we are getting this CSR fund.
CSR funds from corporates.
From corporates we are getting. Otherwise, society's warmth, that keeps us
individual
alive.
Donations,
individual,
you mean?
that keeps us alive.
Like
and particularly non-resident Indians. NRIs. They give us fund.
And there may be a lot of NRIs in Navsari.
From this area. This means not in Dang. From Navsari area, there are a number of persons. You visit any country and you will find one Navsarian there. So they Mahesh Bhai did nothing. Mahesh Bhai didn't ask any donation. Come to us, see our institute.
And then contribute.
Not contribute. They will see and they will contribute. And means we have now developed number of schemes
so if you
foster guardian.
If you get more CSR funds, how will it help? What more will you be able to do for these children?
So sky is the limit. So at present, after they finish their schooling, we cannot keep them. There are a number of limitations for us. there is no hostel for them or like that. So we will, after their schooling, we will make them enable to get
jobs. Place them ideally.
To place them ideally. So,
and see to it that they are well settled in life.
They are well settled in life. So that is what our aim and objective too. But at present, we are, such schools require that all we have. And we have more than that.
Yeah, because you can, sky is the limit.
Sky is the limit.
What you can do for these children.
Digitalization is the example.
Yes.
What was the need to get this school digitalized?
It has made learning so much easier for
Not
these
only
students.
easy, that will make them earn livelihood, that will give them service.
That's right.
Service opportunities rather.
That's true.
Otherwise, who will give them service? So there is one Enable India, Bangalore based. So we can start number of courses with them, getting fund.
For disabled children.
We want to see that our these students of all schools, visually impaired, hearing impaired, mentally challenged, we will make a team and we want to send them to, or we want to visit them UK. There was one program, exchange program. From UK, a team of say some 15 students and teachers, they used to come, they visit us. But we were not able to visit them due to this
lack of funds.
So if we we are flooded with fund, then we'll definitely have that program. Yes. So then we'll be having, our horizons will be widened.
Wider horizons. That's
right. Our horizons will widen.
Okay. So thank you very much today for all your inputs. Manav Kalyan Trust is doing a very great job in holistic development of these special children of God. We wish you all success and we wish you the sky is the limit.
I am again telling you, our sincere thanks are due to you. You will take us to the world. And we will see that this podcast will be seen by all over. You saw today, number of these tribal persons, they were having mobile and they were taking pictures
videos
too.
Of the performance.
Videos too.
Yes.
So we will be telling them, we will be telling our donors too.
So thank you very much.
Spread all over the world.
Thank you very much for the acknowledgement, sir. We wish you all the very best. For all our viewers who are still with us, a big thank you for being with us.
And my humble request is, keep coming.
And for those philanthropic organizations which which require to be showcased with us, please do contact us. The details are in the description of the video. And till next time, take care, be good, take care and be safe. Thank you very much.
Thank you. And it is your school. When you wish that you want to visit this, come without any permission, stay with us, visit other places. It will be,
thank you very much.
We'll be pleased.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thanks a lot.